Hello, welcome again to Sunday 9 for English language session from Edukea Education Company. So it is English session, and we now proceed with our discussion entitled as female circumcision. So can we all say female circumcision? Now, so this female circumcision is amongst of the African tradition, but though it is old-fashioned tradition, and currently most of African societies have left them since they are not good ones to be practiced. So now let us read this so that we can get to know what it's all about. So our story is that Sadai was a beautiful girl who lived with her parents and grandmother in Olgai village. She always fetched the firewood, looked after the sheep, and brought home wild fruits for her grandmother. Sadai loved her grandmother a lot. One evening, as Sadai was returning home, she saw many women gathered at her home. They looked strange and they were dressed in traditional dresses. Their faces were painted with ochre. They were also carrying long traditional sticks, knives, and pots. The grandmother ran towards Sadai. She smiled and hugged her. She said, "Today you are going to become a woman." Sadai did not understand what she meant. Then her mother came out of their family hut. She wrapped her in a beautiful traditional dress and gave her traditional sandals. Her aunt placed a necklace on her neck. Then Sadai was taken through the entrance by the women who were dancing and singing traditional songs. They made strange noises. Now, Sadai became aware of what was about to happen. She had seen this happen to her elder sister, Nai, 2 years ago. Her sister was circumcised. She did not like it because she witnessed her sister's pain and suffering. So her sister had lost a lot of blood. Jesus. As they were coming out of the house, she saw her teacher heading towards them. She also saw 2 ladies and a police officer running towards them. The ladies were nurses from a nearby hospital. The police officer stopped the people. The 2 nurses and Sadai's teacher took Sadai into their hands. The nurses spoke to the gathering. Female circumcision is not good. It is dangerous. It causes much pain, loss of blood, and may sometimes lead to death. Also, it can spread diseases such as HIV or AIDS. This is because the tools used are unhygienic. It also affects the reproductive health of women. It must therefore be stopped. So we can see the bad effects of female genital mutilation or circumcisions. So let us have the questions. With whom did Sadai live? What activities did Sadai always do? How were the women dressed? How did the women who came to Sadai home look like? What traditional tools did they carry? What did the grandmother tell Sidai? Why did Sidai dislike female circumcision? And the eighth question, what did the police officer do to the people who were coming out of the entrance? And the other, how does the female circumcision affect women? What did the police officer order the gathering to do? So the gathering listened carefully. They became aware that female circumcision is not good. The police officer ordered that the gathering to go back home. Sidai was freed. The gathering was warned not to repeat such a practice. Sidai was very happy since she was free of female circumcision. So other activity, we have to read the words aloud. Corruption, highway, apologize, accident, overturned, firewood, strange, oak, rope, circumcision, dangerous, and diseases. So we have to mention any four things you see in the picture. What is the girl carrying? How are the women dressed from the story since our picture? What are the women doing? Look at the picture and answer the questions orally. So those are pictures. So these are women, how they are dressed, what have they carried. Right. Read the sentence several times. We have already catched them. Use the words in the box to complete the sentence below. Strange, oak, nest, firewood, female circumcision, necklace, gathering, daily, traditional, wrap. She was coming from her dash routine. They looked strange and they were dressed in dash clothes. Her aunt placed a dash on Sidai's neck. Dash is a bad practice. The nurse spoke to the dash. 2 is to cover somebody with clothes. And these other questions. Dash is a brown or red soft soil used by the Maasai to color the faces. Again, you have to choose the correct words in the bracket to complete the sentences in the present. Example, Farida dash is or was kind. This is example. So this Farida is kind. Simply is the present. What is the past is was. Sidai dash a village girl. So we have to select whether our answer is was or is. She dash looking after the sheep. They dash strangers. Female circumcision dash not good. The girl dash very happy. And the other exercise, we have to complete the sentences below using the correct words from the box. Good, careful, new, big, long, smart, and beautiful. First, she was given a pair of traditional sandals. She gave her a hug and a smile. Sidai was a girl living with her parents. They were holding traditional sticks. And these other questions. Rewrite the sentences in the negative form. Example, the women's faces were colored with ochre. Then, as we read during the previous lesson, that we normally negate the sentence by adding not after auxiliaries. That's why the women's faces were not colored with the ochre. So then, these sentences have to be changed into negative. They may